Well, hello everybody, welcome to Robert's train set. And I'm sitting on the floor in front of the TV, and in the background I've got one of my videos from a year ago. And yes, I've just had a tea on iTRAINS, and this is really where I first demonstrated its capabilities. Not too bad, a lot of camera shake because this was a live one, so I did this absolutely live, as you can see on StreamYard. And yeah, okay, it sort of showed it a bit, and it also showed the problems that you can have and you can still have. So I've got this because this is basically about iTRAINS, and as you've seen in the thumbnail, got trains running, and I've done this, the majority of it is the trains running under the control of iTRAINS. And when I had Hornby Rail Master with E-Link, and I had that for probably 4 years at least, maybe 5, we occasionally got an update, and I mean, you know, I might have had 2 in that time, maybe 3, I can't quite remember. But since I've been on iTRAINS, the people that run it, they are regularly improving it and updating. And I've probably had 3 or 4 updates in the last probably, you know, few months. They really do update it to such an extent that Bob Fuller, who does these tutorials on them, is having to make a new set of videos to update what he'd already done, you know, further back. And when I was at Getz last year, seems funny saying last year, but yeah, Getz last year, I overheard the chap that sold me all the stuff to do this talking to a fellow who I think was going to spend quite a bit of money with him, for the sound of it. And he was talking about having your points detected. Now, when I first started this, you can't have a point in a block. And because it's a point, you can't even make that into a block because you can't get any of the stuff in that you need. Although, technically, I suppose you could. But, so I never had the points detected. It's on the layout, and obviously iTRAINS know they're there, but you couldn't see it being highlighted. So I've decided to do some of my points like that. So I'll show you that, which will probably be at the end of the video. And then, having got that in my head, and I won't give it away, but yeah, I don't think I'd be making a video if it hadn't worked. I decided to use a few more of my sensors that I've got available, because I haven't used all 48 of them, to do a little bit of extra, which is what you'll see at the beginning, which is why we're running a 101 DMU and the 121 bubble car. And as I've also said, the 08, which will be at the end on the points. And you might see that it says I've had a new parcel. Yes, I've had a new parcel, so you can see who that's from, what was in it, but you'll have to wait until the next video or the video after that to see what I've done with it. But hopefully you'll be able to do that. So that's about it for now, and I do thank my new subscribers. I'm still getting subscribers, quite a reasonable amount. Very slow, but a reasonable amount, and they're going up, and don't always lose them all, so that's good. So I've got this down here, and there's my ticket for the train show at Ali Pali on, well, where I am now, Saturday week. So I'm going to that on the Saturday. So if you're going, and if you see me, I'll have my badge on, my old self-made badge. So come up and have a chat if you want. Quite happy to talk to you and answer questions or have a photo taken. I had one couple that did ask a couple of years ago, so I hope they enjoyed that. So let's get on with the video, shall we? And hope you enjoy it. And comments, as always, are welcome. Subscribe if you're not, and the likes. It's the likes. I really need the likes to sort of get this to go. So, cheers, everybody. Cheers.
So what you're about to see is under iTRAINS control, but in this particular instance they're instant routes. We've done this many times before, so we've got the 101 DMU coming out, and it's going to make its progress through to the other terminus station. So we'll just watch this for a little while now. I felt that that station was underutilised, and as I've got some sensors available in the DigiKeys, I thought I'd try and make use of them. And at the end of this video, I use even more on the points, which I will explain when we get to that point. So as you can see, making its way along, I'm quite pleased with how this did it. And it's a nice model, this. I really like this. And Bachmann have bought a new one out, I believe, haven't they? It's actually got destination boards and everything like the 121 has. So that could be interesting. I know people wanted a model like this, so they'll be quite happy. So it's arrived at its destination, and now the 121 bubble car has been given the same destination. So let's see how this goes, shall we? Not quite as far to go, this one. So it gets to the station there, and then what happens? Nothing. It just sits there. Any idea why? Yes, because there's a train in that block. So if we send the 101 back from whence it came, albeit with a slight detour, which I'll explain in a minute. So as you can see, I've got it to come out from that curved entrance into the station, because if you just do it as an auto route, it will always try and go through the other exit, and yeah, it's annoying. So I had to actually do it an instant route to there. I don't quite know why it does that. And then once that's out the station, then the 121 bubble car will enter the station and go and stop and drop its passengers off. I'm sure they all wanted. And then I sent the 101 DMU back to the other terminal station from whence it came. As you can see, I've shortened this a little bit, which I will with the next lot that you're going to see. So as this pulls into the station, and it does stop at the right sort of place now, which I'm quite pleased with. I'm going to see a few photos that I took on some works that I did. Not many, just a sprinkling at this moment. So as you can see, there's the station with the 121 in sitting in there, which I have raised the sound on it, and also tried to get it to be a bit more, the engine noise to be right. Oh, we've got no platform there now. Oh. No, oh, okay, why have I done that? And that's where they're sitting at the moment, at the back of the back scene. So we're going to do this all again. Yes, I know, but we're going to do it all again. So we've got the 101 in its original place and the 121 in its original place. So let's watch the 101 depart with its usual automatic horn and so forth. And I used to have a stutter there, which I did cure. I've still got one at the other end that I need to try and sort out. I edited that out. Empty me. And here we go into the station. Great. Oh, nothing different there, is there? So now hopefully the 121 will begin its journey, and it does. There we go. So it arrives at the station where it stopped, but look, it's carried on into the terminal station where it was asked to go. You're going to crash into the back of the 101? No. Going to stop. So where we are, two trains in the same station. Great. Now obviously the 101 can't get out until the 121 goes. So let's send the 121 out. And I've sent it back to where it started. Now this is where iTRAINS would be a bit strange. You'd expect it just to go carry on round and stop, but it doesn't do that. It comes into this station here. Once it stops, I suppose it lets the passengers off, doesn't it? And you can hear the 101 starting up and coming. I didn't film it, but it is coming, I assure you. So the 121 goes back the way it's gone, and the point was changed so that it could carry on down the inner loop. And as it goes into the station to stop, the 101 comes out, look. And if you notice, it takes that easy route out. And off it goes back to where it started. So all I've basically done here, and I'll show you in a minute with some photos, is I've just done a bit of track work, a bit of computer work, and a few bits of wiring, which I won't show all of it, it's not worth it. I might just talk your way through it. So there we are, 101 back in to its nice little niche, which just fits it nicely, it does. So, you know, we had the platforms there. Why? Well, I've lifted that track up, taken all the pins out, and just to do what? So there we are, you can see the wires going down through the board and the light at the end taken off, the buffer stop. So it was all to do, just put a insulated fish plate in that rail there, look, and put it all back again. Put all the pins back in the same positions. Got the buffer with the lights working to check it was all going, and I hadn't got a short anywhere. All the platforms back in. And then, as I said, a little bit of work on the computer. Needed to measure the track to get the new lengths in, because obviously it's now not one block but two. There we are. So that's on by the point, and the next one is up by the stoplight, the buffer. You can see that. So I took a note of those, went to the computer, did what I needed to do. Now the really hard bit was to try and find the right wires to change. And in fact I had problems with this. I completely run out of power on one bit of it, and I just put the wires wrong. But I sorted it out, which is what you do. And it's number 15 that was put into, or in this case 31. So here's my parcel. And yes, it's from Hornby Hobbies, and I wasn't planning on buying anything at the moment, but I thought I'd better do this in case. So what I've actually got is I've got two more of the points and accessories decoders, these. Now the reason I bought these, they've reduced them to £28 from nearly 50 I think they were a few while ago. And while I was buying it, I got some more lights, because I quite like the Hornby lights. They're nice and easy to do, and they work. You've seen them working. So I got another 6, so it's great fun. So now we're going to go on and see what I did with the points. So stay with me. So to hopefully show this, we're going to use a little 08 shunter by itself. And as you can see, it's going to go over the first lot you're going to see, which is these points into the little fiddle yard, or other work shed if it was there. And here's the whole layout, and I've pointed down the bottom where we're going to go first. After that we'll then go to the left hand end and have a look at those, and then after that we'll go to the big fiddle yard points, and to finish off we'll go to the little sidings in the centre. And right at the end I'll just show you how to get a detector on the points. So as you can see, I've got a split screen. It's not great, and this one's probably the best, but I hope it'll show you what we're doing. And you can see this one hasn't got any detection in it. So the points are as they always have been. So the route has been reserved, as you can see, and as it goes across, it all stays there until it arrives at its destination, and things switch off. There we are. Now there is some delay in how the computer registers these, so please be fair. So this is the point that it went over first, and here's the point details, and as you can see where I'm pointing there's no occupancy, no feedback, so it doesn't know it's actually on it when it's on it. It does know it's there, of course, and how long it is. So we'll now have a look at the left hand side one and I'll come back to this later on in the video. So here we go, and I know it's not very good, the bit on the computer bit. I did have a lot of trouble trying to do it right. You can sort of make it out a bit. So we'll now go to the large siding, or the big fiddle yard. You see me pointing to it with my old pointer there, and this was quite quick actually, but I hope you can see it going across and then progressively being taken away. And now we're going to go on to the sidings in the middle of the layout. So I hope you like the view, and I'll say some more about this with some computer stuff after it plays. But you can see it progressively going along, and it's clicking out as it goes, which means the computer knows when it goes off of those points. So that worked. This is the best demonstration I think I had. So this is the point off the main line for that, and I thought I'd do these first. And here is the detail for actually the other point, but it's basically the same. No feedback on that because it would block the main line. So the next two are these two here, one into the unloading and the one down the side of the unloading. And if you look, there's the occupancy feedback number 29. So that's those two. And then we carry on and we get these two here, one into that siding and two into the engine shed, or one into the engine shed should I say. And again you got that, but it's a different number. The other one was 29, this one's 30, so you can see that it does work. So here's all the layout, and I wanted to sort of show how we do this. Now on that bit, because it's quite a long bit but it's only actually a single straight, you can put an occupancy detector there and show it, but on points you can't really get that in. But it's not a problem because you can just make a detector, well, not virtually, it is there, but you don't have to actually show it on the layout. And you need to go from the control area to feedbacks, but as I show here, not from the switchboard. So don't do it from the switchboard, because if you do it you won't get what's coming up in a moment, which is somewhere you can do a new detector. And if you notice, it's got new down the bottom of this, and if you do it from the switchboard you won't get that. And you can just put in everything you need there without actually putting it on the diagram on the computer, and it works, as you've seen. So hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. Cheers everybody, cheers. And don't forget, I'm at the show tomorrow, Ali Pally.